Hi everyone, my name is Leila. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing fine. I'm back from Turkey from my vacation and new week and a new video. In this episode, I'm gonna talk about some food that I tried for the first time in Sweden. As some of you might know, I am originally from Kyrgyzstan. It's located in Central Asia, and I have lived now in Sweden for 13 years, maybe now more than 13 years. So of course, the food in Sweden differs a lot from Kyrgyz food and the food that we have in Central Asia. One of the first foods that I have tried in Sweden was queso. Queso is not something that I have tried before. As I'm coming from Kyrgyzstan, we don't have this kind of thing. I'm sure that other Central Asian countries don't have it either. When I translated it into Russian, the translation was tvorog. But trust me, it's not tvorog. By the way, in Polish, it's also called tvorog, but maybe tvorog. I don't know where the stress is. But anyway, it didn't taste like tvorog, and I was like, what is this? Of course, in the beginning, I didn't like it because this was a taste that was not native to me. I wasn't used to this kind of taste. It also had some kind of these small pieces, which I was like, ugh, I don't like it. And for me in the beginning, it didn't taste good. In order to make it edible and just to try again and again, I put nuts and jam into it and mixed it, and only then I could eat it. Now, of course, 13 years later, I can eat it even without the nuts. The next one was köttbullar with lingonberry jam. You probably might know that meatballs is a thing in Sweden. People love it, people eat it all the time. Okay, for me, meatballs, no problem. Okay, but what was strange to me was that these meatballs people eat with lingonberry jam. Since I'm from Central Asia and we eat a lot of meat, like eating meat is a normal thing and we eat it in enormous amounts. And I have never eaten meat with any kind of jam. So in the beginning I was like, who eats meat with a jam? This is not normal. The Swedes do not understand how you eat meat. If you go to Central Asia, then you really know how to eat it. Well, 13 years later, I find it very tasty. It tastes so good. You just need to get used to it because it takes time, especially if you are not from those kind of cultures where you do not eat meat with anything else. You just eat meat and that's it. Of course, it takes time, but I promise if you get used to it, it will taste so good. Knäckebröd is a crisp bread and it's kind of thing in Sweden, and I think it's not only in Sweden but in the Scandinavian countries. Again, I'm from Kyrgyzstan and we eat bread a lot. We eat bread with all meals, like you started from the breakfast and then lunch and then dinner, and then during the whole day people eat a lot of bread. And we have really good bread. My favorite is the one that you make in tandır. We call it tandır naan. By the way, naan means bread in Kyrgyz language. This bread from tandır is so good that you don't really need crisp bread. So when I came to Sweden, I found that there is a thing called crisp bread, and it comes in different shapes. It comes in different sizes, it comes in different tastes, flavors and everything. It was very strange in the beginning to eat it because for me it wasn't really bread in that sense that I understand what bread is. It's not like I didn't like it, it was just the thing that it's called bread made me think, is it really bread or not? But really, crisp bread is a genius thing because it doesn't get bad very fast. You just store it in a dry place and that's it. You can have it like for months and it doesn't get bad. Probably because it's a cold climate here and you need to beware your food in some kind of way. Probably that's why crisp bread is such a good thing in Scandinavia, because it doesn't get bad, it doesn't get cold, it doesn't get warm, nothing happens with it. Nowadays I eat it during the breakfast and I think it's a really nice thing. It's not very heavy to have it during your breakfast. Meanwhile, if you eat a normal bread, like a normal bread in that sense that I understand what a normal bread is, it's heavier. Another very famous Swedish food is kanelbullar. Kanelbullar is a cinnamon bun, which is a very important part of your Swedish fika. If you don't know what fika is, so I don't know where you are, what are you doing. If you don't know what a Swedish fika is, well, Google it and you will have plenty of information about Swedish fika. Okay, so when I tried kanelbullar for the first time, the taste was very specific because I have never tried cinnamon before. At that time, when I lived in Kyrgyzstan, we didn't have cinnamon. Probably we had it, but we never used it in our home. My mother, my grandmother, like no one was using it, and to be honest, I didn't even know about the existence of cinnamon. Even if the taste was very specific and even though the smell was kind of like, you know how cinnamon smells, I still loved it and I think it's a great thing. Kanelbullar is life. When I think about smörgåstårta, I think about summer. Smörgåstårta in English is a sandwich cake which comes with veggies. Usually you put mayonnaise, you put cucumbers, eggs, shrimps and stuff like that, and it comes like as a cake. It's such a brilliant idea. You just make a cake and then you cut it instead of making like 10-20 sandwiches. And it looks very nice. People decorate it in such a nice way. If you are in Sweden in the summer, you have to try it. You didn't think that I would miss it, right? If you have been here in the summer and you have seen these packages, then you know that it's surströmming. What is surströmming? Surströmming is a stinky fish. And when you open this jar, it smells so bad. Like, do you know the definition of bad smell? If you multiply it with 100, then you know that it's surströmming. The smell is so disgusting. It's so bad that even I have been here like for 13 years and I haven't tried it. And I am not planning to try it at all because the smell is so bad that I can't even stand it. One time I visited my Swedish neighbors who lived in a house, you know, this kind of red house, traditional red Swedish house. I went there to borrow something and I was waiting in the corridor while the host was bringing me this thing, and I just felt this smell, and as I was waiting, the smell got just worse and worse and worse. Before that, I have never experienced this kind of smell, and I instantly understood that he and his wife were eating surströmming, and I was like, are you eating surströmming? What kind of smell is this? And he just laughed. He was like, yeah, we are eating surströmming. Do you want to try? I was like, no, thank you. You will have more for yourself. Just eat it. I'm fine. But they insisted that I should try it, but I was like, nej tack. If you are a brave person and you want to try a super Swedish thing, then you have to try surströmming, but you need to be aware of the smell. Caviar is a very famous thing, especially you see a lot of YouTube videos where people try this caviar. Caviar is fish roe that was made into a paste or cream, and which in turn was put in a tube. For the first time when I tried it, it was like my first weeks in Sweden, and I remember that I didn't like it. To be honest, I don't remember the taste of it, but I just remember that I didn't like it at all. Probably now, if I try it again, I will like it, but I don't think so. Anyway, this caviar comes in different tastes and in different flavors. Usually in stores there are big shelves with many different caviar. If you are in Sweden, you need to try it. I don't know if you will like it, but you can at least try a little bit. My last thing in this list is Glng, which is a traditional drink that people consume during Christmas and Christmas time. I know that Glng is not a very Swedish thing. It also exists in England. It also exists in Germany. Glng is a drink that is based on red wine or white wine, and it comes with sugar, which is a must ingredient if you want to have a real Glng. At least this is what Systembolaget says on their website. So how do you drink Glng? You need to warm it, and it shouldn't be like boiling. You just need to warm it very slowly. What I like most about Glng is that you can have it with almonds, of course if you don't have any allergy, and with raisins. When you put these raisins and almonds in the hot Glng, it tastes so good. It's really nice. I really love it. If you want to try it, there are different types of Glng. You can buy it everywhere. You can buy it in ICA, Willys, you can buy it in Systembolaget. If you want, you can buy it with alcohol or without alcohol. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have tried any of the Swedish food and what do you think about them. If you are watching this video from another country, probably you want to comment also and let me know what is a strange or interesting food that you have in your country. I will be very happy to read it. Guys, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. I have videos about Sweden, I have videos about travel and yeah, different parts of my life. So if you want to know about it, please like it and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you for watching and see you next week.